So does anyone have any doubts in the previous class? I know it was a little bit fast. Was there any difficulty? Hello, hello. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you guys were able to understand what was the storage classes and how they will be utilizing the memory in the entire C language or embedded C? Or should I again go through the entire concept once again, like on the high level, not in that much detail? If any one of you wanted to have it, then we can just have a look at our overview of storage classes. How was it? Where you guys were able to understand? Guys, open up your mouth here. Otherwise, I could not able to understand it. Right? What was the? And moreover, we have seen like till here. Constants we are going to see it. Data types we have seen it like integer, character, float, and all those things. And user defined data types, arrays, unions, structures, enumerations. I think enum is pending, that I will be explaining it. And storage classes with the memory organization, we have seen it. Variables, anyhow, we have seen it. And enumeration is pending. And again, we will just have a look at the memory organization in the overview level. And we will just discuss about the constants and we will touch upon the operators today. Fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So till here we were seeing it like what and all different storage classes are there in the C language and how they will be using in the real time. We have just gone through very fast. So let me keep for today once again the high level to give you the better clarity. So let me take the diagram. It's very small. All of you guys are able to see it.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now it's visible, right? What and all storage classes we have seen it. Guys, whoever joined today newly or today or this week, please go through the previous videos. Otherwise, you could not able to get all these things. So I request all of you to go back and see the videos, whichever it is already uploaded into the same Skype group, so that you will get the full clarity. Okay. So can anyone tell me what and all storage classes we have seen it?
Auto, static, extend, register.
Extend register.
Correct. So auto means as we discussed. So where is this? Here it is. So auto means so the storage location. So we also saw like this is how the memory architecture will be. This is, hey, what happened to this? So this is a memory layout, I can say. So here we will be having stack. Here we will be having the data segment. Here we will be having the BSS segment. Here we will be having the code or text segment, right? This is part of RAM. We will not be discussing anything about the ROM. ROM is a permanent memory which will be going to store the code whichever we flash into the microcontroller. Okay, so whatever the storage class we will be having, so majorly we will be looking where it will be going to store and what should be the initial value if you are not specifying anything, and what is the scope of it and how much lifetime it will be having it. Correct? These four are the things which we looked in the previous class, right? Majorly. Agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So now we
Yes.
have the auto storage class. So auto storage class, where it is going to store this storage, in the sense this is the memory, okay? Memory storage. So where it is going to store? It is going to store in the stack. Stack means what? So inside function, we will be having int a, right? So whenever this function call, so we are having the main function. Inside it, function one is getting called, okay? So if this function call is happening, that time in the stack, we will get the some memory location for that function. So inside that memory location, for int a, there will be some memory allocated. Okay. Once the execution of this functionality is done, then this memory location will be erased. There will not be a memory for the func1 now. Got it? That's how the stack will be working. So that's the reason in the C language, we are not allowed to use any recursive functions. Recursive functions are not allowed to use. Can anyone tell me what is the reason behind it?
Recursion takes more memory.
Why it will take more memory?
I mean, it's keep on updating the same code.
Correct. So recursive means what? Function calling, function call will be happened by the same function definition. You have the function definition, inside it int a is there, int b is there, again you are calling func1 only. So function calling by its own is what recursive function. So if you are doing in this way, function 1 already memory allocated, again function 1 is calling, for that also again it has to allocate. If function 1 is calling, again it has to call the function 1 only. So it will be calling by itself. So in that case, stack is a very limited memory, okay? Limited memory. If this is how the function call is going to happen, the stack is going to become full. So that time stack overflow will happen. Stack overflow will happen. That's the reason in microcontroller we will be having very limited memory. So that's the reason it will not be allowed to use any recursive functions. Okay, if you are using also, there is some coding checks actually, coding checks which are called QSC. This we will be seeing at the tools level. Okay, QSC check will be happening here. So that QSC check will find out it. There is a recursive function which is not at all allowed to use in the embedded C. If at and all it needs to be used, then you should give the proper explanation. Then this function calling should be end at the particular point of time. Then only it will be allowed. Okay. The major reason is stack is very limited. So this auto, if we are having any local variables, so that will be, get stored into the stack. So the initial value, see for example, in this example, int a is there. We are not having any initial value. So at the time of memory allocation for that a, it will be allocated with any garbage value. Garbage value in the sense it's a random value. From 0 to infinity, whatever the value, it can be allocated. Scope. Next is the scope. Scope within the block means what? Within the function only you will have the availability of value a. Say availability of value a in the sense int a is there, a equal to 10 is happening, then a is going to store the value of 10. Once the function definition, once this function execution is done, then the a value will be get erased. There will not be any value for a now. The parameter a itself, it will not be there in the memory, right? Then how it will hold the data? So it will not hold it. So that's the reason they are telling that within the block. So life is like sorry, scope is like where you can able to use it within the block only you can able to use it. Life is end of block. So until unless you are executing the function, then the life of a will be there in that particular memory location. So the lifetime of the a will be until unless you are executing the function one, it will be exist in the particular memory. That's what it is mentioned. So for same the extern, so this is the data. In the data segment it is going to store it. In data segment again it will be having see, they will be calling both data segment, there is data segment and BSS segment as a data segment only in the high level. But whenever you guys will be doing the real-time coding, then you need to understand that they will be segregating in the real-time coding that data segment and BSS are the separate. But here in this example, you can see both external and static, they are saying that data segment only. Data means both initialized data segment, uninitialized data segment, uninitialized data segment. These two types will be there. Initialized in the sense what? If you are having the static a equal to 10, then it is the initialized. If you are having just static b, this is uninitialized. So static a of 10 will be get stored into data segment. Static b will be going and sitting into the BSS segment. So and the default value for both of them will be in case of static it will be 0. In case of extern, can anyone tell me what is the meaning of extern? What is the scope of it?
Like, yeah, it's taking global variables outside the function.
So global in the sense what?
Outside the function.
Outside the function and also?
And it will take in multiple files, multiple
Perfect.
functions.
Correct. Outside the function as well as though I can say like it is a usage of in the multiple files actually. So in that case we call it as a global or extern. So they are saying that scope is a global multiple files. Perfect. And life is till end of the program. What does that mean? Till end of the program means?
Once the program is finished, life of that program is over.
See, for example, in case of washing machine only, it will start and then it will end, right? That is the one complete program. So it will start, it will just wash the clothes and rinse and all the operations it will do it, right? So we can say that intake water is the one function. Intake water is the one function. Okay. I can write in the notepad here. So we will be having int main, okay. Int main, I can say washing machine. Okay, inside it can have the function call to intake water. Intake water. Then next, what functionality it can do? Then it will start the motor, or else start LED operation. Then start motor. Then washing clothes. These are the shift functions which it might be written inside the washing machine microcontroller. Rinse the dry the clothes. End. So this many functions it will be there. So this intake water, again inside intake water, what it will do? It will switch on the tap equal to, it will perform on. So it will be keep on water level. If water level equal to 5, then so what is the coding practice? You should not just continuously write all the functions. Okay, functions or lines. There must be a 3 spaces space between the braces. If there is a brace start, then there should be a 3 spaces space. 3 I can say blank spaces should be there. So if water level is 5, then it will be tab will become off, then break. Break means it will come out of this intake water, then it will start the LED operation, start motor, washing cloths, everything. So this is one entire operation or the program, I can say. Okay, got it. So where is this pen? So in case of extern, the scope of that particular variable is till end of the program. So if you have any extern parameter, extern A, extern C, if it is a value 30, then the C value will become 30, or if you are updating somewhere with the 50, then this value will be stored into the global data, which is a data segment for throughout the program execution. Same for the static also. Static drawback is you cannot access that particular parameter outside of your file, that's all. But the lifetime of the static parameter will be till end of the program. And the initial value also will be 0 only. Got it? Yeah. Did we discussed about the register storage class in our last class? Huh?
Yes. It is ROM.
It will be in the CPU ROM actually. Here we discussed it. So register inside CPUs, we will be having it. The registers R1, R2, R3, 32-bit registers. Okay. If you are specifying any of the register keyword, register A, then the value A will be stored into any one of the register if the registers are empty. Otherwise, the A will be going and sitting into the stack memory only. If all registers are full, then it will go and sit into the stack memory. Got it?
Yeah, got it, bro.
Yep. This is what I wanted to give you at the overview level. So this is what the memory location also it will be there. And if you see at my PPT, so I have given stack is one more main thing I forgot to tell. So can anyone observe that there will be many of you guys might have heard that there will be a dynamic memory allocation, which is a heap segment. Correct? If anyone knows about the memory architecture, then definitely they must be heard about the dynamic memory allocation, DMA. Dynamic memory allocation. Can anyone tell me what is this? What do you mean by the dynamic?
Changing, like ever changing.
Dynamic means, how can I say, like you should be very dynamic to accept what kind of situations it will come into your life. Correct? So in the same way, the microcontroller or memory also it should act as a dynamically. Okay. So on the runtime, you guys are able to see my words, right? I'm making it a little bit small one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on runtime, the memory allocation should happen. Runtime in the sense, like now washing machine is running, means washing machine running in the sense the code whichever it is flashed inside it, it's in runtime. On runtime, you should be allocate some amount of memory. Some amount of memory. Do you guys think that it will be possible on the microcontrollers?
No.
It will be possible actually. But we are not supposed to do it. So there is some functions, okay, malloc, memory allocation, calloc,
Malloc.
calloc, reallocating, and free. These predefined functions are there, okay. By using this, the dynamic memory allocation can happen it. Dynamically, we can allocate the memory in the microcontroller RAM also, but we are not supposed to do it. I will tell you why. So in the normal C applications, if you are doing the dynamic memory allocation, that's fine. Why? Because in your computer, your applications will be running like Google and all will be running in the computer. You will have the little bit more memory. But in case of microcontroller, we are dealing with the very, MBs, 1 MB, 6 MB, 7 MB, 10 MB like that. Now itself, we are having very good, memory, very memory constraints here. Why? Because very less memory. Dynamically, if you are allowing the memory allocation, so we don't know how much memory it is going to occupy it. So that's the reason entire memory allocation will be happening static in the in the microcontrollers. There will not be any dynamic memory allocation. Only static memory allocation will be there. The static memory allocation is what we have discussed. Auto extend static register depends on this storage specifies. No, you know, right? Like auto means how much it has to, where it has to allocate, and then we will be having the integer. Int means 4 bytes, char means 1 byte, float means 4 bytes, double means 8 bytes. That much memory is fixed, right? If you are using int a is needed only 4 bytes. This is fixed, which is a static memory allocation. Getting it? So this is the main reason dynamic memory allocation will not be allowed in the particularly for the microcontrollers. Particularly in the automotive microcontrollers, whichever the controllers we will be using it. We know that on the car level, on the vehicle level, there will be a lot of data transactions will be happening it. So because of that, if you are allowing the dynamic memory allocation, then memory segmentation will not be in our control. So which may lead to the crash of system itself. So that's the reason one of the main constraint in the development of embedded C is like usage of memory, usage of memory. Whatever the parameter you will be creating in the development, you should be very careful how much memory it is needed, the same memory we are allocating or not. Okay. So if you see at the real time, see this unit 8 we are specifying it. Why? Because only 8 bits is needed for this buffer index. Unit 8, unit 8, unit 8. Simply I can keep the unit 16, but why I'm keeping unit 8 only, if I'm keeping the unit 16, the remaining 8 bits are going to waste. I don't want to waste even single byte in the memory allocation. Getting it?
Yeah, getting it.
Yeah, that's what you can see here, the dynamic memory allocation, which is a heap segment. I will not be explaining this, the calloc, malloc, realloc, and all those things. Why? Because it's no more used in the real time. Okay, once again, just go through this link. It will be, it is having very good explanation about all the memory segments. I hope if you are not getting clarity here, whatever I have explained, definitely you will get there. But it's a very important topic, so all of you have to understand about it. Fine. So with that, I'm just done with the storage classes and memory organizations. Let me finish the enumeration. So inside data types, we discuss like Sorry guys, I forgot about the enum. Otherwise we could have covered in the 7th. So here you can see, right, user defined structure, union, enums, arrays, and all those things. So we discussed about structures, unions, arrays, and the normal data types: integer, character, float, double, and all those things we have discussed. But we missed about the enums. Correct?
Yes.
So now can anyone tell me what is the enum? Enumeration. Any guess?
No idea.
Fine. So guys, what about others here? There are many people from the CS background and ECU background. Any idea?
For assigning names.
Uh-huh. For assigning? Correct. Can you repeat once again, Ashin?
For assigning names to integral constants.
Perfect answer. Any other answers? Pritham? Satyagopal?
No, I don't know. Sorry.
Vidyadhar?
Yes, bro.
Any idea about enumeration?
No, bro.
Fine. So as Ashin said, that's a perfect answer. Okay. It's a, assigning some integer values to the constant data assigning to one of the parameters. So the enum syntax will be starting with enum underscore name, whatever the name you wanted to keep. Inside this, all these are the parameters. Then the enum name. It's up to you however you want to keep it. Okay, so see, for example, any one of the one we might be having the many constant variables. Okay, constant in the sense a equal to 0, b equal to 1, c equal to 2. This kind of initialization, if you wanted to do it, then you can go ahead and you can use the enumeration. Okay, so let me take the enum. Sorry.
Can you give any example?
That's what I'm doing it. So if you take any of the enum, let's take week. I'm taking week as a one enum. So inside this, what and all will be here there? Monday will be there, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Got it? So if you are not specifying any value to the first parameter, by default it will take 0. So the next remaining parameters automatically it will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. If you are specifying the first parameter is a 1, then the next one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you are specifying in between, this value is 1, this value you mentioned it as a 1, the next one will be 2. Again, if you are making this Wednesday equal to 2, then the next value will be again continuing 3, 4, 5, 6. If you are making this one as a 0, then it will start from here 1, 2, 3, 4. The first one, whatever you have given, 1 and 2 will be there. So if you are not specifying any values to it, then by default it will take this is a 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these all are the constants. Okay, whenever in the code, if you are using something like a equal to Monday, can anyone tell me now what will be the value of a?
Monday.
No,
1.
1
0.
will be 1.
If you give
Zero.
1,
0
so
or
if
1?
you
0. Let's take it is starting with 0, then its value is 0. So in C language, we have a one hard and fast rule, okay? What is that rule? Anyone knows? So nowhere we should not use any of these magic numbers in any of the, coding. It should be, if you are using any of the number, it should be meaningful. It should have the meaningful naming convention for that. You can see, for example, I might need to use the 0 here, correct? Index, I am starting from the 0, but for 0 also I defined one macro or constant, which is a 0. So in here, this case, 0 will be assigned with the 0 only. But for reading purpose, I am giving it 0. So number of semantic marks. This is a one constant variable which you will be getting it from updating from the someone else. I'm sure that it will be holding the integer value which is up to 40 or something. But still I should not use here. I can use the 40. Getting it? I can use directly 40. Now I am the developer for this function. Then I know that why I'm using 40 is like up to 40 signs, the road signs which I'm going to get it. For all of them, I need to do the for loops. So that's the reason I have used 40. If tomorrow someone else is coming and checking for this code, they will not at all understand what is this 40. So that's the reason we are not supposed to use any hard coded numbers. 1, 2, 3, something like that. So everything should be assigned to one parameter. That parameter only you should use it. Getting it? So that's the reason. In that cases, the enums will be usable. Nowhere should be used the constant values. You can see the one of the enumeration what I might have used here. I have used many enums, I know. So here you can see this particular vehicle whatever we have developed is for Europe countries, Gulf, USA, Canada, Japan, China, South Africa, Korea, Australia, New Zealand, UK and Ireland. All these countries is going to run that particular vehicle. So to specify in which country it is going to run, I have created. So 0 means rest of world. Apart from these all countries, if anywhere else, if this vehicle is going to release, then we will be configuring that as a 0. So 1 means Europe, 2 means Gulf region, 3 means USA, 4 means Canada. So see, at the requirement level, I know that 4 means Canada. If I am using directly wherever we are using this Canada 4, can anyone able to understand it? See here. If I use 0 here, anyone can able to understand it? What is this country?
Germany.
No one. See, if I'm using instead of rest of world, if I keep the 0, can anyone able to understand apart from me?
No.
No.
Again, they need to go requirement. They need to see what is this 0. So to overcome that kind of issues, we are coming up with the concept called constants. Got it? Now this rest of world is assigned with what? 0 only. You can see here. So while reading it, you no need to worry about 0, 1, 2, 3 or something. Then you will understand that if it is a gen country, is rest of world or apart from the UK, then you are keeping it as a rest of world. Don't worry about this precondition. Getting right?
Getting.
So that's the beauty of constants. So to make you very good understanding of coding, we will be going ahead and using the constants. So that constants you can refer in case of macro also constant, or the enumerations also constants, or you can make it as a constant variable itself. These 3 types we can represent one particular constant data. So the same thing hash macro you can do hash define Monday Monday, you can make it 0. So which means that Monday is a value of 0. Otherwise, you can make int static int, not static, constant int, const int Monday. You can make it 0. On the runtime, if you are making this as a constant, on the runtime, this parameter Monday will never be going to change it. It's always throughout your program execution, the value of Monday will be 0 only. So any of these three use cases you can use ahead. Okay, you can go and you can use ahead this particular method. So if there is only one parameter which you wanted to use it, then you can go ahead and use the constant. If there are only one or two parameters, but they are going to hold the different Monday is 0, Tuesday is going to have 50, then you can go and use the define hash define, which is a macro. Or else if you are having 50 constants, okay, 50 constants, that values might be going to keep on increase, then you can go ahead and use the enum. It's up to you. Or you can also use the macros also, or also you can use the constants also, but better way of doing coding is creating the enumeration. I can show one example where I have a lot of enumerations. I'm using the enum only. See here, you can see. Let me show you the first enum, then we can go see the something else. So this function, this file is having 40,000 lines, but most of the things are comments only here. Don't worry about that. See here, LRA sign type, okay, not sign supplementary type. Let me take sign type. You can see, okay. So speed limit start sign, speed limit end sign, no passing means there will not be any entry, no passing end, no passing trucks start. So you can see like if there is any railway under bridge, then they will be keeping one signboard there, which they will be specifying this much height vehicle only it should enter into the under bridge, something like underpass. So passing truck allowed, all type of limits, motorway start, expressway start, like if it is having any expressways, then it will be giving low speed area, bicycle street start. So all these kind of signs we will be seeing it, okay. So for all of them I cannot specify the value. So 0 means what, unknown, 1 means speed limit what, 2 means speed limit end. So all those values are continuous constant values for me. So I don't need to specify all of them in the either constants or macros. So if I'm grouping all of them into the one enum, that will be very good way of coding it. That's the reason I have created all the enumeration parameters. And one more thing, you might have observed that all the constant parameter, either if it is a enum or the macro, it should be in the capital letters only. There will not be any small letters. Whereas you can just observe that the normal parameters where we were seeing the static and all, it will be having, see, this is hash defines, okay. Right border positive clipping is 50. Vehicle speed compensation factor 0 is 0.0. Maximum value of integer 32 is like this much. These all are this maximum value of, I no need to keep inside the enum. Why? Because this is just one parameter. I can make it as a macro. Got it? See here, 0 means 0. If not defined 0, then defined 0 also. 0 is what? 0 only. 1 means what? 1. I could not use the 1 directly in the coding. That's the reason 1 I am keeping here. So this parameter I will be using instead of using this numerical value 1. Got it? Any doubts? So you can see the static parameter, normal variables, okay. All caps letters and small letters, it's combination of both of them. But in case of enums, it will be constant, enums and macros. So, and also you can observe that static is used okay here. So that means that this particular parameter you can use inside this file only. Getting? All these are the static parameters only. See, all these parameters are static, means within the file scope you can use this parameter wherever you want to use. You can see that it will be used nowhere. It will be used only inside this function, but you can use it in any one of the functions. That's fine. It will be accessible for all the functions, but inside this file only. Got it?
Yeah.
So this is how the constants and the variables and the enumerations will be get used. Okay. Now you can see next topic is the constant variables. I think we have seen it. So what they are telling, constant integer my_num. My_num is the integer type which could able to store up to 2 power 32, but it is a constant. Whatever the value you will be keeping initially, the 15, my_num will be always 15 only. Okay, let me try one real-time example for this. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, online C compiler, I will be keeping constant int a equal to 15. Okay, so int a is the file scope now. So if I am trying to update this, a equal to 20, can anyone tell me what will be the output now?
15.
Huh?
15 only.
Error message.
It will come error message. Perfect. You can see assignment of read only variable a. Read only means you can use this variable, that's all. You should not be able to update it. So already a is storing 15, but you are trying to update it with the 20. It will not accept it. Why? Because constant. If you see, if I remove constant, if I make it static, or if you are not making it static also fine. If I do like percentage d, a equal to percentage d, if I'm reading the value of a, now can anyone tell me what will be the output?
It will 20.
Perfect. It will show the 20 only. Why? Because it will be modifiable. Okay. Got it right? So in this way, whatever the concept you guys will be reading it, right? So that you guys just practice on the online compiler, so that you will get very good subject. Okay. Whatever the language it might be, but you should be very clear about the concept wise, and you should know the logic. That's all. Got it right? This is how the constants will be working out. Okay. So with this, I think we are done with the data types and storage classes and memory architecture and constant variables and all those things. So now let me start with the operators. So now next statements, next options will be simple variable assignments and all. We have seen it, the input and output data transfer, how it will be happening. Like just now we saw it, right? A15 we gave, and A20 we tried to update it. Again, output what it is coming, we saw it. That's how this is how planned it. Now operators. Next, control structures. So if else loop, for loop, while loop, and all those things, we will be seeing it. Finally, we will be looking at the function calls. Now we are going to start with the operators. Can anyone tell me what kind of operators will be there in the C language?
Plus, minus,
Plus, minus, okay.
multiplication, division,
Multiplication, division, okay.
Percentage.
Okay. Next.
And
Okay. Next.
or
Okay. Next.
XOR,
bitwise
XR, XR, okay. Okay.
Nor.
Or correct, but I don't know how to represent it here. I think negotiation is the one.
Yes.
Negotiation or nor how to represent here. I forgot it.
Greater than, less than.
Greater than, less than,
Equal to.
perfect,
not equal to,
perfect. Any other inputs? Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to.
conditional.
Conditional,
Conditional.
that ternary operator. Conditional. Next.
Comma.
Comma. Comma also operator here. Correct.
Logical and logical.
Logical and logical are perfect.
Bit R and bit XR. Bitwise R.
Bases.
Braces also matters. Bitwise are bitwise and all we have kept it here. Any other inputs? Fine, this much is fine. So these all operators, okay, we have divided into the multiple types. Arithmetic operators means plus, minus and all, relational operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, assignment operators, miscast operators. If any of the operators are not coming under all these any of type, then we kept all of them under the misc operators. Okay. So now let me take arithmetic operators. Okay. So in this case, I think what example it was. The following table shows all the arithmetic operators supported by the C language. Assume variable A holds the 10, variable B holds the 20. Then, so these kind of operators we are going to support it. Okay. Now in this case, A is 10, B is 20. So these two are the variables, right? We know already. So in C language, we see particularly operator in the sense it will do some operation on the operators whatever you have given it. Okay. So this A and B we can call in this case operands, but usually we call them as a variables only. But you don't make confuse. Okay. Here they are saving. Here they are saying the operands. So that's the reason I'm telling. So basically they are the just variables. Okay, but in this case, if you are doing some operation with the operator, then the two things will happen. Though we call them as a operands. Got it? Any doubts? See, guys, this
No.
is the
No,
operator
no.
we will be using plus minus. This is a multiplication operation. This is a division. This is a modulus operator plus plus minus minus. This I will be telling it. So I think all these things everyone knows it. Usual mathematical operators only they are. So A and B we have taken it 10 and 20. A plus B 30. A minus B is minus 10. Not minus 10. Minus 10. A and B is A multiply with B is a 200. B by A is a 2. B modulus A is like what it will give here. So the remainder value it will give modulus. B means 20 by 10. If you are doing it, there will be a remainder will be 0 only. If you are doing it 10 to 2 is a 20, the remainder will be 0. So this remainder will be indicated by the modulus operator. Got it? Now coming to the actual one. So basically all these operators we will be using in the coding here. Don't worry. So whenever you want to add two parameters, multiply, division, whatever it will be. Guys, could you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So all these operators and all we will be using it. Okay. Where is that? So plus plus and minus minus. Can anyone tell me? What does this mean?
Post increment, post.
Plus is incremental.
Okay.
Minus is decremental.
Perfect.
Like a plus one, plus we give 1 plus 1, 2 will be.
Perfect. Now, so here again we will be having two kinds. Okay. Post increment and pre increment, or post decrement or pre decrement. So if you are doing A is already 10. Okay. If you are doing it A plus plus, now it will become 11. Getting it?
Yes.
A minus minus if you are doing, this is a post decrement. Okay. 9 it will happen. So this is the post increment, post decrement. Pre increment is plus plus A, minus minus A. These are the pre increment or pre decrement. So I think it will be difficult if I'm explaining in the air. Let me take one example. Control Z. So static A is there. Okay. If I am doing A plus plus. Now can anyone tell me what will be the value of A?
16.
16.
16. If I do A minus minus.
14.
It will be 14. This is a post increment and post decrement, correct?
Yes.
Now let me do one thing. Int B. Okay. I have int C also I have, which is a value of 10. So what I'm trying to do, I am trying to do the post increment and pre increment with the value C. Now can anyone tell me what will be the value of B?
Give me a second, we'll tell. 16.
26.
Sorry?
25.
No, not correct.
16 plus plus here don't.
37.
30.
Can anyone tell me? Any other answers?
26.
27.
I will tell you first, okay? So here you can see my cursor, right? Not that green color blinking one. There is one more white one. So what will happen here, First, it will execute the pre-increment one. Okay. So plus plus C in the sense it will happen 11. A value is 15 is there. What I mean to say is like pre-increment in the sense at the before doing the execution of this particular statement, before doing the execution of this particular statement, the value of C is going to increment it. Post increment in the sense after execution of this entire statement, after equal, the right side of equal, once the execution is done, then the value of A will be get incremented. Got it? So now in this case, what will happen? Plus plus C will become 11 first. Now it is going to do the plus operation on A plus plus. It will not bother about what is this plus plus. Why? Because this is a post increment. Post increment in the sense the right side of B, right side of equals is happened. Okay, the execution of right side of equal is happened. Then the value of A will be get increment. Now in this case plus plus C is 11. A is 15 only, so it will become 11 plus 15, 26. 26 will store into the A. Sorry, 26 will store into the B. That value of B will print here, but A value now it will become the 16. So now output will be the 26. Guys, any confusion here?
No.
Yeah,
Everyone clear?
actually, we can use C++. No, then it is the same.
Hey, that is up to you which language we are going to use it. Okay.
No, not C++. Here we can A++ plus C++.
Oh,
Then
that,
also answer will be 26.
no, in that case it will be 25 only. This case the value will be 25 only. Did you got what is the reason behind it? They both are the post increment. Okay. Yeah, someone was trying to say something. Please go ahead. If you are interested to explain, please explain. I am fine with that.
Yeah, both are post increment, right? After execution the operand only, it will increment the value.
Exactly, correct. So these
So
two are
they
the
asked,
post increment. What they asked. Hello.
they asked B is equal to A plus C.
Yeah. So here A plus plus and C plus plus wantedly you are doing the post increment. Post in the sense after execution of this plus operation. Okay. Now it will not bother about the plus plus here. It will just take value of A is 15, value of C is 10. It will add both of them. Then it will assign it to the B.
25.
Then it will increment the A plus plus C plus plus. You can see now 25 it will be. After this, if I try to print the value of A and C, you can see value of A will be 16.
11.
C will be
11.
perfect. After execution of that statement, if I print, I no need to wait for this printf also. Immediately after execution of that int b equal to something, if I'm doing it immediately, you can see value of A will be the 16, C value will be 11. Getting or am I making all of you confused?
No.
Got it? You can see A 16, C 11, but still B is coming as 25 only. Got it? What is the reason behind this plus plus and minus minus and all those things? Now can anyone tell me what will be the value of it? What will be the value of B?
24.
Any other answers? How the 24 it will be? Pritama? Who is telling it?
It's B
Pritama?
25.
How much B will be?
24.
25 only.
Who is telling the 25?
After post increment, the value is changing also.
Akila?
Yes.
Post increment you are doing, but before that you are doing pre-decrement also. The value of A I am asking, not the value of A, value of B. What will be the final value of B after executing this particular statement?
24 only.
How? Can you explain?
Okay, it's pre-increment, right? Before execution, okay, it will decrease the value of A, and then it will perform the operand.
It will decrease the value before doing this plus operation. It will decrease the value of A. Value is A is having the 15 of its value, so it will decrement by 1, which will become 14. Now it is C++ is there post increment. It don't bother about now. So C is already having 10. So A value is 14, C value is 10. So it will do the plus operation for both of them. It will store the value of both the operation into the B as a 24, then it will do the C++. You can see now value of A will be printing 14, B value will be 24, C value will be 11. Got it? Any doubts?
No.
Perfect then. Let me move to the next operations. So next, let me take the relational operators, okay? So whatever the operators I'm using here, okay, almost all these things we will be using in the real-time code whenever it is needed. Guys, got it right? Pre and post increment or decrement things. It's important here. Try to understand it. Can anyone tell me where is this? These all are the relational operators. Equal to, see, basically, so how can I say, yeah? So in our normal mathematics, if you are doing 10 equal to 10, this is the, doing comparison between the two values, right? But in the C language, if you are using one single equal, that means that A equal to B. Means value of B you are assigning it to A. If you want to really compare, then you need to do A equal to B. That's what he is saying here. Operator equals to equals. Check if the values of two operands are equal or not. If yes, then condition become true. If A equal to B, then print something. Else, do nothing. Something like that. Getting it?
Getting.
So this not equal to operator. This is a greater than. This is a less than. This is greater than or equal to. Is less than or equal to. So A is not A not equal to B is a true. A greater than B is not true. Something like that. It is like just doing the relational operation between the two operands. Got it? You can see on the real time when I am using it. We must be each and every condition, if loop condition will be having these relational operators. See here. Whatever the VRU, vehicle road unit something. This is VRU. Okay. This value whether it is a AA 55. Comparing this value and this value, if they both are equal, then only you will be entering and updating something. Got it? Here you can see object ID. If it is a greater than 1, then only come inside and do it. Guys, you might be getting one doubt. You guys are using the hard-coded value here. This is wrong, but somehow we are using it. It's not, you know, good way of doing the coding. This one should be, you know, given as a variable name. Here you can see this TTC, time to collision value, is equal to true. If it is a true, then only applying the break. Getting it? Here,
Yeah.
the light indicator equal to true. These all are the relational operators.
Actually, one doubt.
Tell me.
How do you do this naming convention, like in
This
the real time?
in the real time, basically this is up to us, like what kind of feature you are going to support. Most of the variables will be coming from the system engineering. From the requirement itself, we will be expecting most of the variable names. If they are specifying in the requirements so and so naming convention you need to use it, definitely you need to use the same naming convention. If they are not specifying, then up to the developer, whichever the name you wanted to use it, you can use it, but there should not be any spaces between the variables. So now it is SNS underscore OBS underscore classification. I should not keep it as a SNS space OBS space classification. Why? Because in the C language it will not accept the spaces in between the variable names. It should be continuous naming convention. That's the reason to make very, you know, good understanding on the coding, we will be using the underscores mostly. Got it right?
Now, suppose if you use space, okay, it will take any error.
It will throw the error in the compilation itself.
Okay.
Let me show you now itself. Okay. Now C space let me keep location and location A. Okay. Now it will throw the error. See now. What error? Where is that? What error it is throwing? Expected.
Now place location underscore A. It will also throw error, right? Location underscore A.
Now it will not throw. Why? Because it is a continuous name. It will not. It will
But
also throw error. Why?
depending-
Because I will tell you. You are using somewhere A. Okay. Because of that reason, it will throw error. If I'm not using that A, if I'm replacing that A with the location underscore A, now it will not throw any error.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah, fine.
In static int, it's A.
Static int. A.
So C is the one which I changed down. Okay, let me keep this name. Int location A. If I'm giving 20, now it will throw error. It will throw error, expected a comma or something like that. Okay. Now if I'm keeping underscore A, it will not throw an error. Why? Because this is a continuous name. You can see if I'm double clicking on that, it will select entire name. Got it?
Got it.
Any doubts? So this is how the relational operators we will be using. Not equal to 0, equal to all those things we will be using it. Okay. Not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to. Got it?
That's it.
So next one is like logical operators. So inside logical operators, mostly we will be having three kinds of things. Okay. AND operator, logical AND, logical OR, and logical NOT operators. These three are the majorly which we will be using it. So why I'm specifying logical and logical OR is like there are two more operators which is a bitwise logic, bitwise and bitwise OR operators, which will be coming in the next slide. Getting it?
Yeah, getting.
Yeah.
So if you are using the logical AND operation, many of you might be knowing it. Logical AND means like if A and B is there, if any one of them is 0, 1 0, then the output will become 0. This AND table AND or XOR NOR what and all other logical gates will be there. Yeah, that all those things just brush up it. Okay, it might be came in the 9th or 10th standard itself. But CS and EC guys might be studied in the BTech also.
Yeah.
So R means like this is AND operation. If it is R means like any one of the one is if any one of the input is 1 means then the output will become 1. Got it? If XR means if any one of the one should be 1. If both the inputs are same, then it will become 0. Both the inputs are become same, then the output will be 0. If the both inputs are different, then the output will be 1 1. X and R means so opposite of R. Okay, XR. Okay, so it will become like this. So this logical output, so you can just study once. Okay, got it right? Do you want me to explain this thoroughly, or this is fine?
Fine.
Fine. So next one is the bitwise operators. Here also I have given table. If anyone is needed, you can just go through it. Okay. So in the bitwise operator, what will happen? So in the logical operator, whatever the operands you are getting, so on that it will happen though, if A is other than 0, that is fine. If B is other than 0, that is fine. If A is a 10, B and 10, B is a 10, then they both will become, it's not, this is not, not equal to 0, right? I mean like this is value is other than 0, right? So then it will become true. Got it? So it is not happening on the bitwise. So whatever the value you are having in the A and B, if it is other than 0, then the condition will become true. But in the bitwise operator, it will happen like 1 0 1 0, then 1 0 1 0. It will happen AND operation on entire this thing. Bitwise AND in the sense, if you are doing bitwise AND, 0 0 means what? 0. 1 1 means what? 1. 0 0 means what? 0. 1 1 means what? 1. So now the value is 10. So which is not equal to 10, which is not which is other than 0. So now the condition will become true. So on each bit the operation will happen, AND operation. Getting?
Yeah, getting.
You can see now A value is 60, B value is 13 in the binary format. Okay. So if you are doing A and B, one single AND is there means that is a bitwise operator. Two AND operations are there means that is a logical AND operation. Are also same. Only single that line is there means that is a bitwise operator. If two R's are there means two lines are there means that is a logical operator. It's up to you. Both at the end of the day the functionality was same only. Getting it?
Yes.
So in this case, if he is doing A and B, A equal to 10, A equal to 60, B equal to 30, if he is converting into the binary format, then he is doing A and B. Okay. So 0 and 1 in the AND operation, what will happen? 0 and 1 means what? 0. So the first LSB bit will be 0. Now 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 1 1. So all are here. If any one of the input is 0 means, then the output will be 0 only. So that's how it is happened. So in the bitwise operators, we will be having AND operation, OR operation, XOR operation, NOR operation, bitwise shifting operations. This is important. Does anyone knows what is the shifting operators?
Operator.
Shift operators, logical shift operators, bitwise logical shift operators.
Moving the value from one variable to another variable.
These two. Binary left shift operator, binary right shift operators.
So it will shift left side left side.
Correct. So if I'm having a equal to 10, okay,
Yes.
in the decimal, in the binary, what will happen? 1 0 1 0. Correct? Getting it?
Correct.
So if we are doing a right shift by 2 times, right shift in the sense that you can see this operator symbol, okay. This how can I say, yeah, this arrow mark will be right side. Right shift by 2 times means 1 0 1 0 will move 2 times this side. So one time if it is moving left side, this 0 is there, right? This 0, hey, what happened? Yeah, this 0 will go out first time. So now it will become 1 0 1. So here we will replace with 0. This is when you done the first time. So next time you are trying to do a right shift by 2 times, right? One time you have done it. So now this 0 gone, now it become 1 0 1. Now you are doing once again, then this 1 also will be gone. So 0 0 1 0 it will happen. This is second time. Got it? So if you are doing any of the value right side, the value will be decrement. So initially the value is 10. Now what is the value of it? This is 2. Or else if you take the same example, okay, a is 60, okay, 60 in the binary format, 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0. I don't know, yeah, here it is that's the reason I have taken it, okay. So now a is doing right shift by 2 times. What will happen now? Can anyone tell me? These zeros will be gone. So these zeros will be replaced. This 1 1 it will come to here. This 1 1 it will come to here. So remaining all zeros only. So what is this value? It will be 15. So that's what he mentioned here. Getting it? If the same value, if I'm doing left shift by 2 times, what will happen? So these 2 zeros will be gone. So 1 1 it will be there. This 1 1 it will come to this place. This 1 1 it will come to this place. Now it will become 1 1 1 1. Zeros will be there, and here again the how many bits you are shifting, then you can fill that many zeros in the last, okay. So this value is a 240. So if you are doing the left shift, the value of a is going to increment. If you are doing the right shift, the value of a will be going to decrement. Got it?
Okay.
Got it. But what is the main purpose of this left shift and right shift?
Right shift, left shift, when I will be doing it, sometimes I might need to increment the values, or see, for example, let's take one example, okay. There might be a very big signal, 32-bit signal, okay. Let's take TSR road information, traffic sign recognition, road information. Okay, this is a 32-bit information, 32 bits of information it is having it. So in this 32 bits, you will be having what is the traffic sign board is about, whether that is a type, okay, TSR type, I can say. TSR type is 4 bits. Okay, Next, TSR value. If it is a traffic sign value, traffic sign board, which is of a speed limit board, the value will be it might be occupying 4 bits. Got it? Let's take this is 8-bit only here. You are getting it right? So out of this 8 bits, 4 bits is the what is the TSR type? What is the value of the TSR? TSR type, if it is a speed limit, and TSR value is the 30 kmph. This information is there in these parameters. Okay, got it? So in this TSR, you will be getting 8 bits like this. Correct? Correct, huh? So out of this, if you want to extract only 4 bits, then you will be doing it. So now I wanted to store only speed limit. Then I need to extract only speed limit information out of this TSR road info parameter, right? So what I will be doing, the first one will be the type. This is the speed limit value. So this information I wanted to have. So now what I will do, TSR underscore road info and operation 0f I will be doing it. Why? Because I wanted to extract only this information. I don't bother about this, what is there inside it. Then I will be just storing into it. So while storing this, you no need to have any shifting operation. But if you want to store this information, right, 1111, then you must have what is the speed limit value. Then TSR underscore road info. We will be doing AND operation with F0. Then right shift by 4 times. Getting it? Then only this value I will be getting it. The MSB nibble. So TSR road info is there. TSR road info is a one particular parameter which is of size into 8 bits, which is going to store the two kinds of information, which is that one is the type, one is the value. But you wanted to split those this one TSR road info into the two parameters. So that's the reason you are trying to do the masking and shifting operation. This we call it as a masking operation. Can anyone tell me what will happen in this case? So TSR is having 1111 1111. So speed limit, what I am doing for getting speed limit, I am doing AND operation with 0f. AND operation with 0f. 0f means what? 0000. F means 1111. So now if I am doing AND operation, what value I will fetch it? 1111. This entire thing is 0. I don't bother about these zeros. This is what I wanted it. So only this information I am fetching. I'm making the value, speed limit value into the zeros, everything zeros. Now in the next step, in this step, what I'm trying to do, now I'm having TSR, still the TSR road info is 1111 only. Out of this I wanted to fetch this information. For this what I'm trying to do, AND operation with the F0. F0 means what? 1111 0000. Now what value I'm going to get? 1111. I don't bother about this speed limit type, okay, right? So now I'm making it 0000. Next operation, what is this? I'm doing the right shift by 4. So now what will happen? This entire 4 zeros will be deleted. Now it will become 00001111. Got it?
Got it.
This is the need of logical operations and bitwise operators and the shifting operators and all those things.
Yeah, Lokesh, one doubt.
Yeah.
Without doing and FO here, F0 here, we do right shift to 4, then also same will come now.
That also you can do.
Yeah,
But
okay.
what will happen? That is fine only. That also you can do. AND operation, without doing AND operations, you can do it. But in some cases, we will be doing the masking operation also.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
So these all are the assignment operators. I no need to bring this. Anyhow, you all of you know, like equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, into equal to means what? What will happen? Anyone knows it?
Multiplication which is equal to.
You can see plus C equal to means C plus C equal to A means what will happen is like C equal to C plus A. So same thing for all the other operators also. You guys just go through all these operators, okay? I think I no need to spend that much time on this. We can spend this time for anything else. Okay, and other operators, miscellaneous operators is like size of operator, and this is ampersand. Ampersand, how can I say? This is like, you know, in these cases, logical and bitwise AND operations, it will be acting as a bitwise AND operator. But in some cases, we will be also using to use it for the ampersand of A. This means this we will be seeing at the pointers concept. I will be explaining at the pointers concept. What is the meaning of ampersand there? Now it's not needed. That is what he is saying. Ampersand and star. These two we will be using at the pointers concepts that we will be seeing there. And next one is the conditional expression. So in the conditional expression, what will happen, you know? This is the conditional or operator. So if A equal to 5, then print value of 5, else like otherwise you can make a true or else false. So this condition it will be checking if A int A is there, okay, int A equal to 5 is there. So now value of A is 5. 5 equal to 5 is a true. Equal to sorry, this is equal to is true means then it will print a true. If not, it will print else. In very rare cases, we will be using this conditional expression. So for using this also, we have some constraints in the C language according to C99 rules that I think we no need to understand right now. That's fine. But there is a one option like doing the coding like this also. What is the constraint also I will tell. To execute this particular statement, the CPU is going to take multiple instruction cycle, so which we are not supposed to do it. Instead of doing enter this thing, you just do it if A equal to 5, then print true, else print else. Functionality was same, but how you are using the coding is what question. Got it? So for these operators, we have some precedence in the C language, okay? Precedence in the sense priority. So if you are using multiple operators, okay, in the one particular statement, which one has to execute first is what question. Got it? We saw it, right? C equal to, sorry, what is this here? C equal to plus plus A plus 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 B. This we have seen it, right? So first what it will do, plus plus A it will execute, then plus plus B it will execute, then it will combine the both operands, then it will do the equal operator. So this it will be having, you know, last priority. You can see the comma also last priority. Conditional is before that. So the first priority is like we can call it as a BODMAS rule, okay? BODMAS. You might have heard it in the 7th standard or somewhere.
Yeah.
Bracket of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. You can see bracket of division, multiplication, subtraction, and all those things. Additive, shift, relational, equity, bitwise AND, bitwise OR, XOR, or logical or conditional. Then finally the assignment operator. So that's what we were discussing. Plus it will do first it will do, you know, plus operator, then the addition, then equal to it will be doing it. If you are doing whatever the statement, it will be having this kind of associativity. He is telling, you can see here. So operator, first it will be having the what he is telling here, from left to right priority it will be having it. So this is the highest priority, then next the square bracket, then next is the this what is this here? We will be having minus of greater than nowhere we will be having I don't think so. You guys just try it. This operator will work out or not. Then minus plus. This is a pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement, post-decrement, or increment, decrement operators. Then plus minus, not equal to, not symbol, plus minus, all those things. It is right to left, left to right. So right to left to right means what? It will be starting from here to here. The bracket will be having highest priority. Here right to left means what? Size of will be having the highest priority, then AND operator, then the this operator type and all those things. Left to right here means multiplication first, then division, then modulus operator. Left to right, plus will be having highest priority, then minus will be having it. Getting it? Any confusion here?
No.
It's fine. Then with this, I think we are done with the operators. And also most probably today I will update this, this PPT. It is having some examples also. You can just go through all of them. Okay. Next will be the next class will be, and the most probably tomorrow we will have the class. Tomorrow anyhow it's a Friday. I will be having free time. If I'm not having many meetings, so I will conduct the class tomorrow also. We will be seeing the control structures tomorrow, like if loop, if else loops, and all those things.
Okay.
Any doubts, guys?
No.
So if there is no doubts, then I am stopping my recording. Thanks all of you for joining. Good night. Bye bye. If any doubts. Fine. Thank you all. Bye bye.